Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to my live quilting chat, Tipsy Tuesday. Hi everybody, thank you all for being here with us on this lovely Tuesday evening here in Minnesota. It's kind of warm outside, I can't believe it. Didn't it feel warm?
Yes.
This evening? It was wild, yeah. And it was what? It's what, maybe 40s? It's supposed to be 50 by the weekend? Oh, what's happening? Anyways, we're happy about that. Thank you for being here. Make sure you let us know where you're tuning in from. Pop your name in that comments and say hi to everybody. On tonight's show, we will, of course, the main topic, I'll be introducing you to Trimester 3 of Fast and Furious Club. So you get to see the projects that we'll be doing in March, April, and May. Very exciting. Of course, please use the thumbs up and the hearts throughout the show if you like something. Love it. Show us that love. And of course, we want you to follow our page and be notified whenever we go live. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and then you'll never miss a show. All right, so I've been seeing lots of you checking in. While it's fun to kind of, thank you for putting up their comments while we're counting down to start the show. I think that's really fun to see everybody that are popping in. So we, of course, have a giveaway every show. 2 winners on Tuesday nights. And so we have a live winner that is just pulled from all of your comments. So guess what? The more you comment, the better chance to win. And then we have a question at the end for all of you that maybe can't catch us live. You still have a chance to win. So last week, I asked you, what part of spring tasks do you enjoy? And we just realized that was kind of a really silly question, because tasks or chores are not really fun.
Some people like certain
Yeah,
things.
some people love doing it because it just love those tasks that just makes you know and feel that spring is on the way and summer is coming. So, but that was our question, and our winner was Judy Brown, and her answer was, I love going out to buy my summer flower bulbs. That is a fun one. If you enjoy gardening, lots of gardeners, I'm sure, lots of quilters that love to garden. I am a gardener wannabe, so too busy to do it, but I love flowers and love everything about it, but just, I'm not very good at it. So yes, it is March already. We made it through, hopefully, the coldest part of winter. Hopefully, so far. Now, March brings on lots of things. So, of course, March is our retreat month, so the countdown is on. And we actually closed the registration. We are completely closed out of registration, and we will be starting to ship out the kits next week. Everybody will get their retreat box that have signed up. And so I just wanted to send a quick reminder for you that are already signed up. If you want anything shipped with your retreat box, make sure you send us a message or send us an email this week. Or you can always place the order and just put in the notes that you want it shipped with your retreat package. And we will make that happen and just refund you the difference in the shipping. So just wanted to send you that reminder. Of course, March also brings a new trimester from Fast and Furious Club. But before I start talking about that, I saw a question that kind of popped up in my group today. And I got an email from a lovely lady asking me if I wanted to address it. And it was about storing your fabric in plastics. She had gotten some notes on not storing your fabric in plastic, either plastic bags or plastic tubs. And so she wanted to ask me about that. So here's all I know, and somebody may know different. I have stored my fabric. I like them on open shelves, but then, as you know, I have some plastic containers that I store my fat quarters and my 10-inch squares. I have plastic drawers that I store my strips. However, none of those tubs are sealed. So they are just kind of snap lids, so they are not like airtight. So you never want to store your fabric in anything airtight. All of our bags for our bundles and things, they have a vent hole. So it's okay to store your fabric in or bundle bags because there's a vent hole. You want air circulation. So, and it really makes a difference where you live, of course, your climate. So if you live in a very humid climate and you might not have all areas of your home fully air conditioned and evenly air conditioned, so there might be some really humid spots. So that's where the danger happens. If there becomes some kind of either a condensation or humidity in your fabric bags, if they are fully sealed, or tubs that are airtight, that can cause a problem. So, but I think most most people really don't have to deal with it unless you have no air conditioning, and you will have those hot days that create that humidity. So if anybody has any other comments or concerns about this, I say my fabric is always in rotation. So it's not like it's going to sit in the same tub or the same bag for years to come. If you have that much fabric and it sits around for 5-10 years, then maybe, open it every once in a while and kind of fluff through it, give the fabric some air, and you should be good to go. All right. Any other questions on this? Do you see any questions popping up on that topic? No? Judith says, if you take them out to pet them, they last longer. Exactly. We just got to give them a little bit of attention, even though you're not really maybe going to use it. I see a question, what does plastic do to sealed fabric? It's not necessarily the plastic, it's the air tightness, like I was describing. So, of course, there are things that you don't want to store in plastic, and I'm sure archival quality, anything is not good to store it in plastic, but I think it's fine to store your...
50th birthday yesterday.
Oh, Quinn! Congratulations! Happy birthday! Yay! We should have a confetti, yay! Or a cake. Cake. Okay, all right. We got cocktails. All right, so that's kind of what I just wanted to mention. Don't be afraid of the plastic tubs as long as they're not fully airtight and sealed and you are opening them up every once in a while. Okay, so are you ready for the main topic? I know you're very excited. So this is our third trimester of Fast and Furious Club. So let me just start off by explaining a little bit, because I know we sometimes have lots of new people. So first off, before I show you these 3 new projects, we do have kits available, but I want to tell you they are not live in the store yet. We don't make them live until right after the show, so that you can just sit back and relax and check everything out and then just go shopping afterwards. No rush, okay? Okay, so first off, Fast and Furious Club, that is our monthly club that runs from September through May. In every month, there is a project, so you get a pattern and a video lesson, a video class on how to put that project together from start to finish, because all of the projects are quilt as you go. Get it? Fast and Furious. So they come together easily. Once we're done piecing, we're done quilting. So they're all smaller projects, lots of runners, toppers, placemats. We did a baby quilt last month. And so it's a really great way to get something done quickly, to kind of fuel that instant gratification, if you will, that we all have the need for every once in a while when you're working on these big quilts. So this is worked really well. It's great for beginners, or even if you have not done quilt as you go, you can, because of the videos, you can really go from never doing it and easily finishing your projects. So, and I know many of you already are members, so the memberships, we always do it when we kick off the season. So we're in season 2. We have an offer for you to buy all 9 months. Actually, you still can buy all 9 months. And so that is for a certain package price. And how that works, every month on the 20th of each month, that new project will just be live in your account on gequiltdesigns.com. Now, if you want to not have that full commitment, that's when we break it down into trimesters. So there's the first trimester, so it's 3 months. If you wanted to get a little bit more savings versus buying them individually, you can buy the trimester. So now after the show, the third trimester will be available to purchase. So that means that those 3 projects that I'm going to show you will just become available in your account, the pattern and the video. So it would be fun to hear from you guys, those of you that have been doing Fast and Furious Club this whole season, or season, season 2, which project has been your favorite so far? So tell me in the comments if you have any if you can't decide, because it's hard to decide sometimes. So if you do have a 9-month subscription, we will have your fabric requirements for these 3 projects that I'm about to show you. They will be in a PDF document in your account after the show. We don't want to do it until after the show because we want it to be a little bit of a suspense to see the projects along with everybody. All right, so if you are just looking to purchase the individual projects, so they are, of course, all of them for sale, both from season 1 and season 2. You can just buy that month individually, and that will not become available until the 20th of each month. So when that project goes live, you can purchase that individually. All right, any questions on that before we go in?
No.
Everybody's just waiting, huh?
Questions are kind of delayed here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I can see them. Oh, a lot of the favorites was the first runner and the pitter patter, the tree skirt, the pumpkin wall hang. Oh, you're all over the place. That's fun. The tree runner. Okay. Speaking of, I just saw a quick question about the quilts behind me. Let's do that first before we kick it off. So right behind me is a brand new quilt that we just finished. I just finished long arming last week. It is called Ellipse. It's from my Stripology Squared book, all made with 10-inch squares. And so because of how we cut down the squares, you can also kind of utilize the full bundle. And it's made one of our brand new bundles that I showed you on Friday. It's called Ariel by Windham. It's gorgeous, really happy, fresh, bright colors. And I just love it. And I use this background fabric, which is a black on white, Century black on white from Andover. And we have that in the store too in 1 yard. So that is right behind me. In the corner is Nova, oldie but goodie. And then we have on the cabinet, we have the Low Tide Runner. So they were a part of they were actually April project, season 1, Fast and Furious Club. I just thought it was really cool to have kind of the 2 colorways. Like one is kind of beachy, springy, and then the other one is full on summer, patriotic, themed. So, all right, are we ready to show them?
You ready to show?
Okay, I'm going to start with the March project. So our March project is, of course, a little bit springy themed. It's called Eggs for Easter. So this is a table runner. I made mine with lovely array of speckled fabrics. And then I used the rainbow sprinkles background because I absolutely love it. It is so perfect for Easter. And so we will be playing with that illusion of curves to create the eggs, and also a little trick I use with sashing, so we can do all of it quilt as you go and then still add the sashing afterwards. And so those of you that were a part of season 1 of Fast and Furious Club, you may remember this little tool called the Sasher. So the 1-inch Sasher, if you have that, you're going to get to use it this month for the month of March. And you, of course, don't need it, but I will show you how to use it. And if you are interested in checking it out, you maybe can. I did a demo in, I think I did a demo in a Tipsy Tuesday episode last year. Probably it was like really early spring. So that is our beautiful, and so the colors, all the different speckled colors. So you will need 5 fat 8s. And then I use the leftover to do a really fun scrappy binding. It's so cute. So I'm going to put this on so we can look at it a little bit up close. Here it is. It's a nice size, kind of a smaller size. So it's 14 by 36, so not too long. And it goes together so fast. When we did the video, it was really kind of surprising how fast this little guy comes together. So you want to have matching thread that matches your background fabric because you're going to do some top stitching. But otherwise, this one is Eggs for Easter. All right, so next one up is our April project. And April project is very unique. I'm calling them pyramid toppers. So they are in the shape of a 60-degree triangle, and you can use them as just a single topper, candle mat, something like that. You can line them up to kind of create a modern looking table runner, or you can use them as like a charger or a placemat for a round table. So the pattern is written for, I wrote it out, and the kits that we will have available are for making 3 of them. So I made 3 of them. So each kit will have a different color in that, where the color is in the photo. So this is the teal kit, and then we have a pink and a green, and then we have a purple. So let me show you. See how fun it is to line these up? So what I'm going to teach you too is that little trick how to do the binding the 60-degree corners. A little bit tricky, but I'm going to show you in the video exactly how to do that. Not a problem. So these could be, so as you line them up on a table, they could be like this, or if you have like a round table, you can make 6 of them and go around the table, which I think is what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to make some more to fit our table, but it's like a great size to fit a plate, or like for kids too. I thought this would be super fun. You could embroider their names or something in the middle, but also just a cool gift, you know, for like a candle or something for like a modern household. So and I love them just sitting on my island, just kind of lined up, and you can have different little trinkets on each one. So they look really cool. Fun, something new, different to learn, right? So hope you enjoy this one. All right, so next up is our May project. Our May project is called Duty Calls Runner. So I actually took an old favorite and improved upon it. That is, I changed the dimensions a little bit, so it's a kind of a larger runner. It is 16 by 56, so a little bit longer. But this one also has the opportunity to make it even longer, or you can shorten it too. But I had a pattern that has been actually out of print for about 6 to 8 years. It was called Double Duty Runners. It had 2 runner patterns in one, and so the double duty, there was a heavy duty runner and a duty free runner. So I took the heavy duty runner and kind of, like I said, switched it up, changed the sizes of the pieces a little bit. And so this is why I decided to call it Duty Calls. We had to stick with the duty name. But this one, you can do so many different cool things with this pattern. I just know that I love kitting it up because picking the colors from it. So we might be adding some more kits for this if I have more ideas. But let me show you how it looks up close. So this is our floral version. So I used this amazing floral from Art Gallery. And so I like to pick a fabric for the border that has kind of multiple colors in it. You carry that over into the center, and then I literally just went into that fabric to find all my corresponding colors. So I pulled the light blues, that little red desert orange, light orange and tangerine. We got the dark blue, we got the yellow, and then the pink, which carries it out to the border. So love making this. This one goes really fast as well. But of course I made 2. So we have 2 different kit options in the store. Here's the other version. I wanted to do something very geometric, very different from the floral one. So using this kind of geometric print, also an Art Gallery print, but again, I did the same thing. I kind of pulled the colors from this print and used that throughout for a little something fun. I did a black on white background for a little extra movement. But I just love how this one turned out, and I can just see myself making more of these kits. So those are the three. So let's put up the poster for the whole trimester. So if you are interested in purchasing the whole trimester, if you're not a part of Fast and Furious Club, this is what you'll be looking for on the website. So you just purchase this one. It's $34.95 for the trimester, which is quite a bit of savings because each individual project is $14.95. So you're almost you're just paying like $5 for the third one. So it's a good deal that way if you're interested in all three. And like I said, other than that, if you have the 9-month subscription, your fabric requirements will be in your account tonight, right after the show. And so will the kits. So they will be in the store. So let me show you. I don't have the duty kits. They were just cutting them as I left. But here is our Easter egg. So we have these lovely fabrics from Ruby Star, speckled in all those beautiful spring Eastery colors. And you know, the speckles are just like those speckled eggs, like candy eggs. So it was just looked so perfect. And then we have, let me just show this overhead. So then we have the pyramid topper kits. So we have, so this, each kit makes 3. So you would make 3 with the red or with a pink or the purple, the green, or the teal. So, and of course you can mix them up and do whatever. But so I used kind of a black on black print and then these black and white prints and your backing. So that one is a really fun one to sew up, just so different and unique, and always fun to do something different with the kind of technique of things, and hoping to try and teach you something new, something that you haven't done before. All right, so I know you've got questions. Loving the runner. So which one is your favorite? Well, there's 2 runners, so you got to tell me. Do you like the duty calls, or the Easter eggs, or the toppers? Somebody already says he's going to use some abandoned fabrics for the last one. That would be awesome. That would be a great one to do. Okay, so the 1-inch Sasher. Yeah, Vicky's asking about the Sasher. That's the 1-inch Sasher we'll be using. 1 inch. So they come in different sizes. We only carry 2 of them in the store because that's what we've used in Fast and Furious Club before. So we carry the 1 inch and then the 1.5 inch. So you want the 1 inch for the Easter one if you want to check that out. All right, let me see. From the name of the runner, I'd make it red, white, and blue. That would be lovely and perfect. You finish it in May and it can last on your table all through summer. So really beautiful. Love Art Gallery fabrics, so do I. They're so beautiful to sew with, just gorgeous. So can't agree with you more on that. All right. So do you see any more questions maybe from YouTube? I'm not seeing YouTube, so.
Which one uses the Sasher?
The first one. So the Easter egg, Eggs for Easter table runner uses the Sasher. But you don't have to, you don't need the Sasher. I'll show you how to do it without the Sasher.
How big is the triangle placement?
The triangle placements are 18. So I measure, it's hard to measure like which kind of measurement. So it's about 18 along the bottom and 16 tall. So sides are 18, but if you measure from bottom and up, it's 16. Yeah. They're so cute. I loved making these. I'll be making more.
What does the Sasher do?
The Sasher, like I said, it's to create those sashing. It's just a really cool tool if you're making a lot of those. So you don't need it at all. You can check some of the older Tipsy Tuesdays too if you want to really see how it works. I demoed it in one of our episodes. So go to the website, click on videos, go to Tipsy Tuesday, and then it lists all the topics and you can see where I did that. Do the kits come with a backing fabric? Yes. So we include everything in the kit except for the batting. So you have your backing, all your fabrics for the top, and the binding in the kit. Of course, you don't need to buy kits. That's totally optional. It's handy for those that just love the colorways or just want it all prepped for them. Can you make the Easter egg runner longer? Yes, you can add an egg or two. Absolutely, that would be easy to do. Very easy to do. Could you put thin sillet in the triangles to use for hot dishes? Yes, and that's actually something I thought of. Now, one thing that would be hard is to put like the 2 layers, so the insole bright and batting to, you know, I did that with the trivets so that they catch that condensation. But if you are okay with skipping the layer of batting, the insole bright would be perfect for that, and then it's at least, you know, will protect a table if you put a hot pad on it or a hot item on it or a bowl or whatever. How many triangles can be made with a kit? So 3. So 1 makes 3 using the same color. And I will show you how in the video how to you know, cut your backing to make it the best usable way and stuff like that. So they're really fun. Is the Sasher different from a bias maker? Yes, a little. But it works the same way. If you have an inch bias maker, you can use that. But usually the bias makers don't go that big. I think I've never really used them except for probably like 20 years ago when I was trying to do some hand applique and doing some stems, which did not last very long. What type of batting? You can use whatever batting you want. What I prefer to use for Quilt As You Go is I call it our Quilt As You Go batting. It's by Bozel, and we sell it in, so there's 5 yards, 5 by 45 inches in the bag. And so it's fusible on one side. So all you have to do is iron your backing to your batting, and then everything is basted and ready to go. If you do choose to use something that might not be fusible, then you either need to use some basting spray or do some basting pins and stuff like that, because you want to always start with your backing and batting basted together when you're doing Quilt As You Go. So could you make the triangles for placemats and then make the duty calls table runner to match? Of course. You can definitely do that. I mean, they are quite big, so I don't know, 16 inches times 2 plus a 16-inch wide runner. That's it needs to be quite wide of a table. So I did a video, just a part of a Tipsy Tuesday episode. So, but I will show it to you in the video, in the Easter egg video, that when that comes out on the 20th. March 20th is when that comes out. So I do show you how to use it. Any more questions? Did I say something wrong? Did I say March 20th? I think somebody's correcting me. I thought I said March 20th. March 20th is when the Easter egg runner comes out. April 20th is when the pyramid toppers, and then May 20th is for the duty calls runner. All right. Okay, so let me ask you this. Are you enjoying Fast and Furious Club so far? Please let me know, because this is about the time where I start planning, should we do a season 3 next fall, or should we not? Oh, are they? Okay. Well, that works. I like to hear that. All right, so I have some more fun new things to show you. Of course, we got a few things into the store this week, and I want to start with actually this. I literally grabbed this from underneath when they were cutting it, because they were just cutting it as I was leaving. This is something I've been waiting for. I know some of you have been waiting for. It was a pre-order, and it's perfect for what's coming. It's called Bunny Hop by Lewis and Irene. So this was supposed to come in January, so it's been a little bit delayed, just a little, but it is the cutest. So we've got bunnies and chicks and spring flowers in all of those gorgeous colors. So we have this going from blue to the beautiful pinks, lavender, yellows, and greens. And I just love the Lewis and Irene collections. So we have always 5 prints in 3 different colorways, and then so the bundle is 15 prints. So starting with the blues, check out these lovely bunnies hanging from a branch of, looks like cherry blossoms or something. And then into the pinks. I love this tiny floral because there's little bunnies hiding in the patch of flowers. So you can't barely see them. They're kind of playing hide and seek. And then this, I love this print, these small bunnies with some daisies on it too, going into the pink colors. And here's the hanging bunnies again in the pink. It's just such beautiful artwork. It's whimsical, but yet so kind of sophisticated and cute at the same time. And here's the other colorway of the little bunnies. And then we have this print, which I really love. It's chicks and bird's nest and flowers. So, and then we have the yellows. We have the bunny with the pink belly. Move this out of the way. And then we have, here's the other main print in the yellow. And then the chicks and the nests. And we have that one in green as well, the main print. And I love these purples. So I love that they are kind of spring colors and on the border of kind of being pastel, but they still have that little bit deeper tone. So it's not so washed out as many pastel lines become. And then I love this shade of green as well. So this is Bunny Hop. So if you ordered the pre-order, you will be seeing a shipping notification sometime this week. Now what we got at the same time that is not cut yet, but it will be cut tomorrow and will be added to the website really either tomorrow or Thursday, are a whole bunch of new Bumbleberry colors. Now Bumbleberries is the Louis and Irene basic. And so they always come out with a new collection of Bumbleberries once or twice a year that kind of match all of their collections, all of their spring, summer collections. These Bumbleberries will match. And so they're great coordinates. And even some of the previous Bumbleberries that we have in stock, many of them work so well with all of the Louis and Irene lines. So they were, and I was just in such a hurry, so I didn't grab any to show you, but we can probably put a photo on the blog. So we'll pull some beautiful Bumbleberries, put it together, and take a photo and add it to that blog post where we kind of match all the stash builder bundles with some 1-yards. All right, bunny hop. We are ready for some bunnies hopping around. Maybe not all the bunnies that eat your flowers, but but yeah. All right, so totally different. This one is a very manly outdoorsy line called Timberland, and this is by Riley Blake. I fell in love with it because it's of the colorway and the cool artwork. So we have beautiful animals, moose, and is this reindeer? Can I call it reindeer? And a wolf and just mountains. And so very monochromatic. Let me show you. Just grays, 2-3 different hues of grays, and then these light colors. And so you can do so many things with it. So it's very masculine. If you have people that love the mountains. Oh, they're elk. Well, we have reindeer in Iceland, so I'm going to call them reindeer. And I love this tracks, the track print, because it has all the different tracks go in different directions, so it's not directional. Very good. And then we have the fur, or I don't know, is this pine needles maybe? No, it's fur. Looks like fur. And then the mountains again, and the tracks with the dark. And then here we have the darkest shade of that gray or charcoal, but it has a lot of green in it. So it has kind of a greenish feel to it, which is great because it has a warmth to it. It's not like, some grays are more blue and they're cooler. This is a more warmer tones. I really like it. And then we have the fur. And then this is an awesome stripe. So I love that they added just a little bit of that gold, or that kind of like a honey mustard color. And here it kind of looks like it's metallic, but it's not. It's just a print. So this is the stripe. So I started kind of looking for, if you wanted to add to this, I mean, they're all very kind of, most of the, half of them are like bigger prints. So maybe it would be cool to throw some more basics in there that would kind of calm things down. So I found a few. This one was one of my favorites. So it's one of the darker parts of it, but it's called Dash Flow Falcon. Still has a lot of movement, so it has the lighter grays and the darker in there. And then this one, which has a lot of brown in it, this is Provisions. This is the Onyx, Provisions Onyx. So that's more of, that's Tim Holtz, so it has those specs, so kind of a grungy specs. And then a third one is Deco Stitch Shadow, because also it has the lighter grays and then the darker, and it has kind of that medium tone, but again, that really warm gray. So a lot of kind of a greener, browner gray. And then I thought, you know, if you wanted to do something with a background, because it's kind of like that woodsy feel, I always love organic stuff with it. So I think it'd be really great to use the peppered cottons with this. So either the oyster, which is more in kind of with these colors, or the cotton flax, which kind of would stand out from most of them as well, because it has a little bit more taupe to it than this one. And then of course, what kind of pattern would I make out of this? So I love when there's a very monochromatic line, and I could make some of my patterns in the grouping of scrappy with focus. So you have scrappy fabrics in all kind of a same color family or something like that, and then you throw in that punch. So I'm talking about like Clarissa. I think this would make an awesome Amelie. Hope would be one. And so of course I would pull out this gold or this honey mustard, and I found two that would work well. This one is the Spectrostatic Spicy Mustard. It is mustard. It is a little bit yellower, but I think it will create that punch. Look how great that is with that yellow fox. And it has those specks too, so it's kind of still very masculine if you want that look. And so I think it would be awesome. And then this one, if you want to add a little softness to it, the Floral Elements Honey Mustard. This one is almost a perfect match with it. And it's great because it has depth, because it has the darker shades and the lighter shades and the medium shades. So awesome either way. I think this will be a very cool quilt. I think Amelie. Amelie is what I would probably make with this. All right. So we will also take a photo and put that into that same blog post, that matching blog post. So you can kind of go back and check it out if you want to look at it closer. We have one more bundle, brand new bundle that's in, and that is, now we're really ready for summer. Now, are you doing some sound effects? Because I can see some action and...
I can't say.
You can't say. Okay.
You can read about it later.
Oh, okay. All right. So are you going to play with these sound effects? So, patriotic. So this is America the Beautiful by Deb Strain. I put together a very balanced bundle with the lights, the reds, and the blues very evenly spaced. So we're going to start with the flag print and this typography print with America, and another stars and stripes, kind of almost like works like a plaid. It's very nice. And then the bigger stars with a flag. I love these. They're kind of like, remind me of those tin signs or stars where you cut it out from like metal. And they come in red as well. And we got the bows, bows, or what do you call them, fans, that you decorate your house with for the July. We got the wood slack planks. I love the shade of red. It's really nice and warm and a deep red. And then this is the stripe. How cool is this? It's like a waving flag of stripes. So lots of movement in it, but it works as a stripe very well. And then we have the blues. We have the flag print. And then we have the, what do you call those? I think I'm flustered about this. What do you call those? Like fans or whatever. This print, which is kind of like a plaid, the stars and the stripes, and then we have the wood texture on the blue. Now, of course, if you were to pair something with this, you don't really want to break out of the red, white, and blue, I don't think. So I really pulled just some 1 yards that worked well with the same tone. So it's really sometimes challenging to work with reds because reds can be so different. And you want to kind of go in that same tone, kind of like I was talking about those grays. But so these lights are also, they're not cream, and they're not white. There's something in between. So kind of an off-white, or I think I found the perfect name for it. They're marshmallow. So we have the Jack's marshmallow that would work well as a complete solid, just a little print on there. And then the Jot Dot marshmallow would work well too. Has a little bit of that taupe in there, which kind of goes with the gray stars in here. And then the Spotted Ivory is almost a perfect match to that background. Maybe a little slight darker, but it would work very well here and here too.
Call that bunting.
Bunting. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so then the reds. I love this one with it because it has the confetti in here and has kind of a little bit of white in there, and it works very well. It's speckled hen red. Speckled red hen, I think it's supposed to be. And then the grunge color that I feel like works best with this one is the grunge cherry because it's the right tone of red, but it also has just these darker spots in it that take almost a bluish tone, so like a purplish bluish tone. So it works well with this combination. And then the floral elements in the scarlet. So that's a really great deep red color that works well here because you don't want to go bright red with this. And then for the blues, beautiful bright blues. I found another Jack's. The Jack's Monaco has two tones in it, so it has a little bit of texture. Love that. And plus these little X's, or the Jacks, they kind of are almost like stars, so worked well. And then the grunge Cobalt is a perfect blue with these blues. And then the Spotted Sapphire, another great match to work with these. They all have a little bit of shade difference, but that's kind of what you want. You want a texture difference without going outside that color family. So this is America the Beautiful. And again, we will post these 1 yards, and we'll take a photo with the bundle and everything, so you can go back and refer to it whenever you have the time to do so. Everything will be found on the block. All right. Do we have any questions on these? Are you ready for some red, white, and blue, like summer sewing? Although, you know, a lot of folks use these types of prints year-round if you sew for Quilts of Valor or anything patriotic like that, programs. Beautiful thing. So this will work very well with that. Okay. Oh, good. Do we have a live winner?
Yes, we do.
We do. Okay, let's see who wins our $25 gift card. And this is from all your comments. So we randomly have a random comment generator. Oh, Mary Ames. Congratulations, Mary. You have won a $25 gift card. So send us a quick note via email, help@gequiltdesigns.com. And we will get that gift card to you as soon as possible. Okay, so I wanted to remind everyone that we do not have a Facebook show or a Friday show this week. So no Happy Friday this week. We are going on a little getaway.
Yay.
Yay. I'm gonna make Mr. Honey Producer do nothing. And he's gonna make me do nothing. We're gonna try really hard. Are we allowed to talk about work?
It's going to happen.
Yeah, I know. We always say that when we try to go on date nights, no work talk, and then 5 minutes into a conversation about work, we realize, oh, we weren't going to talk about it. It's terrible. We're terrible. Anyway, so that's our goal, and I hope I hope it'll be great. We need a little break. So Love it, love it. And so I wanted to finish the show off with just the final question. So your second chance to win. And this is fun because, okay, so spring and Easter time always comes with these special treats, the new different kinds of treats in the stores.
What's the treat that you...
Oh my gosh, I think I've talked about this before. But the Cadbury's eggs are naughty. They are naughty. I seriously cannot withstand it. I cannot help myself. I love them, and you can't just have one or two. You just keep eating them. They're so yummy. And luckily, they were always just available for Easter. But now they started making them in like Christmas colors and Halloween. And so now they're available at different times of year. So I'm in even deeper trouble. So this year I was like, okay, what if I just don't buy them? And then, of course, I saw them at the store. And there were 2 bags in my cart. Can't help myself.
Go all in.
So we wanted to ask you, not necessarily about treats, but specifically candy bars. What is your favorite candy bar? What is your favorite candy bar, Mr. Honey Producer?
Good question. It used to be Snickers, Nestle's Crunch.
See, I grew up with Icelandic candy, so
M&M peanut M&M.
Yeah, you still eat that.
Yeah.
No, I
Frozen.
Of course, everything needs to be extra cold. So I grew up with, of course, in Iceland. So Icelandic candy, so Icelandic chocolate is, of course, the best. So I have a bunch of those. But then we also had like candy from the UK. So Cadbury's, and then we had like some Scandinavian brands that are not really available here. So one of my favorites growing up was Toffee Crisp. I know we don't have that here. It was in an orange wrapper.
Never heard of it.
No. It was like a Rice Krispies with a caramel on top and then chocolate around it. So good. So good. So that was my favorite. And then probably, so we had a version of Milky Way, but it was better because it was better chocolate, called Mars bars. And they have them all over Europe, I think. Huh?
We had Mars bars.
It's different.
Oh.
It's different. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's different. It's more like a Milky Way, but it's different. So yeah, that's probably my favorite. My favorite from like American.
With coconut is no good.
Oh, it's the best.
Anything with coconut, don't eat.
Yummy. Yes. Okay. All right. So what are people saying? Snickers? Is Snickers winning?
Mars bars, Diddle Honey.
Oh, I never had that.
Almond Joys.
$100 I like those, but you can only have a little bit. They're really rich and sweet. I like those. Oh, and Baby Ruth's. They're probably my favorite American one. Baby Ruth. Okay, now we're hungry for treats. This was a bad question. Yeah. Anyways, this is, of course, so our only show of the week. No show on Friday, but we will be here next week for Tipsy Tuesday, and that is going to be March 9th, right? March 9th.
Well.
No. Yeah, that's Happy Friday. But Tipsy Tuesday will be March 9th.
Yeah.
Next Happy Friday show, not until March 12th. And that's when we're going to play that. We're going to put together a slideshow of all the pitter-patters for the Friday show on the 12th. But next week, March 9th, don't miss Tipsy Tuesday. We will be here, probably really refreshed, right? Really refreshed. Let's hope. Well, that's it for us. Make sure you answer the question in the comments, and you'll have a chance to win. We'll pull a winner, random winner from all your comments and answers to your candy bar questions next week, and announce it next week's. But that's it for us. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week.